Now we head to the penultimate final of the weekend. Let's turn our attention to junior Rotax. So starting from pole position, it's going to be Noah Janssen, joined on the front row by Henry Melchior. Then we've got Niklas Casarino. Alongside will be the 2-2-1 of Oguzhan Selik. Azmi Heiser and Tom Hager will be on row number 3. Then we've got Luka Burke and Boris Markovic on row 4. Completing the top 10, it's going to be Joshua Höver. And along with him will be Edin Topček. Then Philip Hansler and Maximilian Vierling with Luka Nobis. And then Vitez Levente Sarkani rounding out row 7. Leon Blaškovic, Len Druers, and Kalle Pretin round out the 17 strong competitors ready to go racing one more time here at Ampfing. So 12 minutes plus an additional lap remain for these drivers around this 1,063 meter circuit here in Bavaria, around about an hour and a quarter's drive from Munich Airport. Drivers get themselves steeled and ready for battle one more time. As they enter into the tram lines, red lights are on, red lights are out. And it's the run down to turn number 1. Henry Melchior trying to go side by side with Noah Janssen into turn 1. This could give the opportunity if the doors left open for Oguzhan Selik. But at the moment, not quite the case. As they filter their way through into turn number 4 for the first time. Tom Hager has got Niklas Casarino just behind. There was one driver that ended up going over the top of somebody else. But Noah Janssen getting an early advantage at this juncture. Through the chicane for the first time of asking, go the field. And Janssen has a humongous lead after the opening lap. It's 1.1 seconds as Tom Hager, and there goes Henry Melchior up the inside of Oguzhan Selik, who now loses second position and drops to 4th on the exit of turn number 1. Once again, it's just proving to be an absolute dogfight. Whilst a certain Mr. Noah Janssen is probably going to be the best part of a second and a half up the road. Niklas Casarino slotting into now what is 5th position, it looks like, as they come down into the chicane again, here down at turn the latter part of the circuit, heading into the final corner. So what's the lead that Noah Janssen's got after 2 laps? Crosses the line now. Henry Melchior in second, 1.6, and climbing. Tom Hager, Oguzhan Selik. Then we got Niklas Casarino rounding out the top 5. Philip Hansler, Boris Markovic, Luka Burke, Azmi Heiser, Edin Topček, rounding out the top 10. Vitez Levente Sarkani, the Swiss driver, unfortunately out of the race, but Henry Melchior has just had a major drama because Tom Hager is now up into second. Niklas Casarino now is 4th. Oguzhan Selik has lost a couple of positions in the meantime, now drops down to probably, that's going to be 6th place for the 2-2-1. So Janssen still doing exactly what he needs to do at the front end of the field. And Selik has another drama, is going to lose places hand over the fist. It's gone really, really wrong for the 2-2-1. And he's dropped all the way down to 9th. And has got Edin Topček right behind in the 2-2-2. And the field makes its way up towards the top part of the circuit once again. Niklas Casarino battling away with Philip Hansler. That's the battle for 4th out on track, whereas Noah Janssen, well, has just come through into shot and has just hurtled his way through into the chicane as the 2-3-1. The driver that has really showcased his dominant stamp on a track that he really, really loves. And Casarino and Hansler still battling away over 4th and 5th respectively. Heiser in 6th, Markovic 7th. Lückeberg now rounds out the top 8 as Selig now looks to move up the inside and gets through. That's a positional change on the 277. The Swiss driver running as a privateer. That's the change now for 8th place between the pairing. Just under 8.5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. Noah Janssen still holding on to that lead of nearly 2.2 seconds after 4 laps. And whilst in clear air, he's just putting down qualifying style laps, just at a 46.184. And that was nearly 2/10 quicker than Reja in 2nd. Melchior still trying to give chase in 3rd. 4th, it's still Casarino with Hansler, Heiser, Markovic, Selig, Buck, and Topchik rounding out the top 10. So we still have 16 of the 17 runners and riders out on circuit, a part of Vitez Leventis Sarkani, who unfortunately retired in the first sector, so there might have been a turn 1 altercation. But it is getting very, very close between Hansler in 5th place, and also Casarino, who's just in front in 4th. 2nd and 3rd look to be closing up again, but Casarino this time around still is the cork in the bottle. Behind him is Hansler, Hazmi and Markovic. And between them, they were covered by about 7/10 of a second as one driver's completely sideways and all over the shop. I think that might have been, I couldn't really make out the number who that was, but that was in front of Hugo Nobis in the 217. Six and 3/4 minutes to go, plus that additional lap. Well, Noah Janssen again crosses the line. Gap to 2nd now, 2.649 seconds. Henry Melchior still behind Tom Hager in the battle for P2. So that is where Henry Melchior's focus has got to lie over the next 6.25 minutes plus an additional lap. The battle now for Nicolas Casarino has really heated up. He's still holding on to 4th place as Philip Hansler has lost out of place to Azmi Heiser in the 299. Markovic is still holding station just behind the trio. Augustin Selig closing in once more, the 221. Well, Vitez Leventis Sarkani looks to have no transponder signal, so they're having to manually keep a check on the 262. No start infractions by any of the drivers. Showing on the live timing that I'm seeing at the moment, but with 5.5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap, there is still plenty of twists and turns that could unfold around this 1,063-metre circuit. Now, Azmi Heiser, in the meantime, has got through on Nicolas Casarino for what is 4th on the road. So the 212, small in stature, big in heart, is young Nicolas. And has really showcased that, yes, this might be his first year as a junior driver, but he's not just here to make up the numbers. But with Noah Janssen continuing to stride away into the stratosphere, as in 2.6 seconds up the road from Tom Reger. Tom Reger in the number 206. Gap this time around is 2.7 seconds and climbing. Looks like it's a mere formality at the moment Noah Janssen is still out leading the way, and we're not keeping an eye on him that much in terms of on-track action. Well, means that Noah Janssen is doing effectively what he needs to do. Pretty much a perfect job. However, there are still battles up and down the order. At 2:09, Joshua Herva trying to keep Luca Burke at bay, having got past the 2:77 just a few moments ago for P10. But now things are really starting to get very close between Casarino. Hansler now dives up the inside of the 2-1-2. And now that is another change of position. So another place backwards goes Nicolas Casarino. Not for the want of trying. Also, he's still... This is his debutant season as a Junior Max driver. So with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go on the timer plus an additional lap, Noah Janssen leads by nearly 3.1 seconds over Tom Reger. Henry Melchior rounds out the top three, followed by Asmi Heiser, who's about 1.8 seconds behind. Philipp Hansler, fifth. Nicolas Casarino, sixth. Oguzhan Selik, seventh, ahead of Boris Markovic, Ilan Topchik, and Joshua Herva rounding out the top 10 positions. Come down towards the dying few moments of this race, and it looks to be that a certain Noah Janssen is going to be increasing his lead in the championship. 2 minutes to go, and Janssen was on 422 points. This will put him on 477, leaving this race. And well, Casarino again loses another position. Not for the want of trying by young Nicolas, to be honest with you. It is a case of trying to do the best with what you have, and as we know that tyres do degrade over the course of usage, over the course of a weekend. So for Nicolas, it's one of those things that they do have to say to drivers, okay, this is your first year in this class. Every driver worth their salt wants to win. That's very, very true. But with the the fact that Nicolas is just trying to cope with the situation. And he's currently P6 at the moment, ahead of Oguzhan Selik, who now has dropped back behind. And Boris Markovic joins this, what is now a three-kart battle for sixth position. Just up ahead, though, that's Philipp Hansler, closing in on Asmi Heiser. Now, this is important as it is for P4 on the road. Heiser goes defensive on the racing line, just parks the kart exactly where it needs to be. But across the line goes Noah Janssen onto the penultimate lap of this race. Lap 16 out of 17. Underway here at Kartbahn Ampfing. And still the battle rages on for P4 between Asmi Heiser and Philipp Hansler. They come through turn number one into the slight kink here at 2. Before the double left here at 3 and 4 that starts to climb up the hill through the circuit. A bit of a dip down into 5. And up the hill again into 6 and 7. Then it's round to the far part of the circuit. Hard on the throttle. And just be as brave as you dare. Reference the chicane, which you're nigh on flat running. But it is going to be the case that the final lap is now underway. Letzte Runde läuft. And Noah Janssen has nearly a 4-second advantage as he's making his way towards the halfway point of the lap round here at Kartbahn Ampfing. 1,063 metres in total length. A very twisty, very demanding track on the drivers, both mentally and physically, especially when you have heightened weather conditions, including bright, radiant Sunday afternoon sunshine beating down on the circuit from the skies up above. But it is going to be another clean sweep for one driver, and it's 2 weekends in a row. First at Genk, now here at Ampfing. Janssen does the business here in Bavaria. He took pole position, was the leader after the heats, won the superheat, and does it again with the final here at Ampfing, winning by nearly 4.2 seconds. Oh, well, if this kind of run of form continues at Kartbahn Kerpen in just over 55 days' time, I think the Junior Championship might be wrapped up one round early this season. But Noah Janssen has completely deserved the accolades that has been, and the plaudits that have been thrown his way this weekend. Janssen takes the victory ahead of Tom Heger, with Henry Melchior rounding out the overall top three in the final. Asmir Heiser, Philip Hansler, Oguzhan Selik, Niklas Kasarino, Boris Markovic, Eden Topchik, and Joshua Heuver round out the top 10. Luca Berg, Kalle Pretzin, Lendruers, Luca Nobis, Maximilian Fierling, Vites Leventis Sarkani, and Leon Blashkowitz round out the 17 strong. Can anyone stop the freight train that is Noah Janssen? Well, we're going to have to wait until August the 10th and 11th to find out at Kerpen.